Hey guys, it's Eric.
This is Glenda.
We are D&D Miniature and Board Games. So,
So,
either you've either seen it, or you're gonna see it, or you're gonna go, why would I watch it? But, Ghost Fightin Treasure Hunters, we've played it. Well, now we're gonna sit down, we're gonna give our thoughts and our scores on it. Graphics and artwork. I gave graphics and artwork a 4 on this. I mean, considering the title game it is, every single card had different pictures on it. I mean, every card had different pictures on it. The board, they didn't have to go to the extent that they did. But there's actually plates and silverware on the dining room table. So I mean, I gave it a 4. I thought the graphics and artwork for the type of game it is was actually well done.
well done. I gave it a 5. Just like Eric said, for the time of game, for the kind of game it is, I call it like my own term, a small scale game. It's not, one of those you open it and you play it. But then again, it's not like the shoots and ladders that it's very simple. The concept is very simple. This one, with this kind of game, the arts and the graphics, they went overboard on it. It's actually beautiful, very detailed, very encouraging, and very bright. And the cards, the pictures, it's very encouraging. It's actually really, really for kids. So I gave it a 5.
And what do you give on a rule book?
The rule book actually is like, I gave it a 5. I thought it was easy to comprehend. Start from the components and how to play the game. So I didn't see any, unless you played it wrong, I didn't see anything as far as the complexity of the game. It's very, very simple. So the rule book, there's nothing to elaborate. It's from how you play the game, how you end the game. That's it.
So I gave the rulebook a 4. I thought the rulebook was well done. Don't get me wrong. I just felt that it was 7 pages long, and they could have gone into a little bit more in-depth on explaining things like the ghosts.
What about the ghost?
Being stuck in a room, not being stuck in a room. All it says is that if you end your turn in a room with them. And we both got hooked up on the door and the space, the room being a space, because of the way they put it in the rule book. It made it a little bit confusing until you actually sat there and thought about how it was placed. Aside from that, I actually think the rule book is one of the better rule books I've actually seen.
Exactly.
I couldn't give it a straight 5. I just
So why did I?
Those couple things.
That bugs you, huh?
Yeah.
I guess. I know. I thought I'm not really a rulebook person, but it was really easy. So. What's the next one?
Components. Do you want to take components first, or you want me to?
Oh, you can. You can.
So I gave components. I gave components a 4. Excellent components for this style game. The playable figures, actually, and if you look around unboxing, you'll see this. The 4 characters you get are actually all different. You have 3 boys, 1 girl. They are all completely dressed different. The guy's hair is different, down to their shoes all being different.
Hey, Eric, you can't assume the gender. I'm just kidding.
I was impressed with just that alone. But then when you got to the ghosts and the hauntings, and the board is nice board. And on top of that, now you guys know how I am. I'm a stickler for this. But you give me a decent insert that everything fits in perfectly, and you know that game's getting a high score. That is an outstanding insert in the box. I mean, a lot of companies don't do really good inserts, but this, everything holds in, and once you put the game board in there, the game board holds everything in place. This was an excellent, there's even a place for the 3 dice. Look at that. I love this insert. The other thing I want to add on to it though is the game is for eight or up. You could go younger with this.
You can really go younger.
But they really thought about it too because the size of the dice. Size of the dice are really for young kids that may not have good hand control. But yeah, 4.
So why 4 then? I gave it a 4. The same thing. I don't know why I didn't give it a perfect score. But as far as the components, they did everything. The ghost, I guess maybe if this glows in the dark, like you said,
it doesn't.
Probably make a lot of difference. But you know what? The color that they chose anyway is kind of like symbolizes that glow in the dark. And this one, I mean, everything, the cards, I think you can keep playing it and it'll be okay. I mean...
The board's going to take a lot of years.
Yeah, correct. And then the jewel, yeah, you could say, well, they could have done, instead of a cardboard, since they started using all this...
You know what, they could have done better on the jewels. That's probably one of the things, one of the reasons I didn't go with a 5 on this.
They could have used a plastic for that too. But,
and the cardstock, I thought... They went to such extent with everything else, but you're right, the jewel, but the cardstock is really flimsy too.
Oh,
these are not going to stand up to wear and tear unless you sleep them.
Well, yeah, and then the kids, remember, they chew it, who knows, but...
Playing with jelly on their fingers, you know, come on.
But it's not that bad. Again, a small-scale game. Again, for me, the jewel could have been a plastic one. Other than that, the ghost, they have enough, I think. You know, we haven't played advanced, so I think they have thought about it, and I guess the characters, the color, and how they look like. They're kids. Aren't they kids? Right? Are they kids?
Yeah.
They are kids, and that's why I like it. Because most of the games you play, you know. So this is, for me, is a good 4.
Well, realistically, I'm sure they have enough of the ghosts because they only need 24.
Correct.
You can have up to 2 per room before they turn into the haunting.
Exactly. So it's really...
replayability. Nice. I gave replayability a 4 on this. I didn't go full 5 because guess what? The board is the board. It's not going to change. It's going to be that board the rest of its life, okay? Unless you actually go and make a different board, that board is not changing.
A house rule on it.
So what gave me the replayability? You never know how these cards are going to come out. You have no clue. The other thing is you never know when the reshuffle card is going to come up. Or, if you're playing advanced... You've got the locking doors. You've got the card that you take 3 and reshuffle, or you take 2 and reshuffle. But the point I'm getting across is, because you're constantly reshuffling, you have no idea where a ghost is going to spawn in here.
Correct.
You have no idea when a haunting is going to happen, or if you're in a position to take care of that haunting. Heck, if you get that 3 spawn cards and then reshuffle, you can get 3 hauntings all at once if they hit the right squares. So I gave a replayability of 4.
I gave the same number 4. And for the exact same reason. The cards. The cards set the tone on where you're going, how you're going to go. Because even though you have planned to go somewhere else, but then again, all of a sudden, you started seeing all the reds, so that can change everything. And then the randomness, and you got the dice, the number, you know, how many moves and all that. So I gave it a 4 too. It's actually not bad, even though it's a small board. But there is the good randomness, and you know, so for me, your playability is 4. I mean, you can, you know, go on and different outcomes.
What did you give 5? Fun.
Oh, I give it a 5. Yeah, this is a fun game. It's not a small scale boring. Let me you know, roll a dice and I know where I'm going. Nope, it's fine with a little bit of, you know, challenge, and you know, it's not too much. It's just nice to play. So I give it a fun 5.
I went with a 3 on the fun.
Oh, Eric.
Oh, I know.
This is not a big game.
No, it's not. But,
this is not Ascendancy. I'm just kidding.
But here's the thing: it's an average. It's average fun for what it is, and I'd like to play it with 4 players to see how it goes, because I think it could really get crazy with 4
it could
players.
change, of course, the dynamics and everything.
But when it all the dust settles and you think about it long and hard, this is really a family game.
It is.
This isn't something that you take to a game store and throw out. This is something that you would play parents and kids.
Yes, yes.
And
Actually,
as an adult,
about Caden.
As an adult, it was average fun for me where I would not have a problem continuing to play with kids because it's got a fun factor. And I think adding kids in would bring that fun factor up, just laughing about what they do.
Correct. Especially when they start crying.
Oh, God.
But, you know, I was able to detach myself from an adult game to this game, and the fun fight for me stays. So,
no matter what I gave for fun,
it's still high.
This game actually got a 4.3.
Because Glenda gave it a real high score.
Glenda gave it high scores. But, no, I gave high scores on a lot of things, too. It was a 4.3, and it's well-deserved. It's a well-rounded game.
It is.
There's no real issues with it. It plays fine. You can learn it quick. And I think most people overall would have a decent enough time playing this. And, realistically, Toys R Us was going out of business. I got it for $8.
See? How can you not like an $8 board game that you will enjoy? And you can teach kids.
I bought a copy for John. And he said that him and his kids have been playing it. They haven't won. But they've been playing.
But yes, this is not on the scale of those hardcore gaming. No. This is right.
This is a pull it out just for something to do. Doesn't take long to set up, and it plays fun.
You needed that. You need a real, after a long day at work, you just need something to throw dice and see the outcome.
It's not even really a dice chucking game. I mean
that's what I'm saying.
There's some real strategy.
That's what I said while we're thinking about it too. So
not a lot of ways to go, but like we were cutting through rooms so that we moved further. I mean,
unless they said you can't do that, but the rule says you can.
But anyways, guys, total score 4.3. Ghost Fightin Treasure Hunters by Mattel Games. Pretty decent game. As always, support your local gaming. We support
Discover Games, Fayetteville, Georgia.
Game on, guys.
Game on.
Ya no tienen el peso del